at what the Spurs got on the offensive end and what you guys were able to do on the defensive end. How do you even capitalize?
Yeah, it's disappointing. Disappointing to lose a game after we played. Quite frankly, we played a brilliant basketball game. I mean, the offensive sharing and trust was really good throughout. Our defensive disposition was really good throughout. We let our foot off the gas a little bit in the third quarter. They made 7 threes, but it's an early season lesson for us. Teams are never going to stop playing, especially in the modern NBA where threes can get you back into a game. We have to guard that better, and we have to close out the fourth better. But I like how we played overall, and it's a good early season lesson for us.
Curious, the play with Durant where he turned it over. How did you see it? Because obviously he was trapped. Usually in those situations, it's a foul. And
they fouled him. The refs didn't call it. They whack him on the arm, before the ball gets ripped out of his hands. No call, but in a situation like that, we try to get the ball in a quick inbounds to our 90% free throw shooter, and we did, but it didn't work out.
In terms of that last play, calling a timeout, you probably just held it because you thought you had got
we go through all these scenarios, right? We have a safe only inbound. So J.O. knows he's going to throw it to Kevin Durant only. If you can get it to him safely, we'll take it. 99% of the time he gets fouled, make 2 free throws, game's over. This situation, the refs didn't call the foul. The ball got stolen, we lost the game.
You mentioned taking the foot off the gas in the third a little bit. What did you feel offensively or defensively wasn't up?
I just thought the energy went out of the building when the shot clock thing made us stand around for 20 minutes. And for whatever reason, we didn't have the same type of defensive energy in that third.
So in terms of putting the team away, that's something that you guys did on Saturday. What did you think was the difference in not doing so tonight?
These guys just kept playing, and I got to look at the tape, honestly, at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and see what it looked like. But the 3-ball can keep teams in it in the modern NBA. We all got to understand that, and it's a good early season lesson of that.
Coach, one of the things I know, you probably didn't want to put Kevin back in at the end there, that they got it down to a certain point. What do you feel like wasn't working that first 4 or so minutes that started the fourth that let the Spurs get close enough to make you go, okay, we need to get...
Yeah, well, they started in the third by making 7 threes. It wasn't just that stretch. We gave them life, gave them belief, and they got a talented team over there, so they took advantage.
You guys have been working on your spacing with Katie in the post. It felt like you always had a shooter one pass away. I know that obviously the ending was not what you wanted, but you mentioned playing a brilliant game. How did you like the way that?
Yeah, big growth game for us. Again, it's a marathon, and you get frustrated with if you don't win a game like that. But overall, we did a lot of really positive things. I'm encouraged, but with the steps that we've taken over the last couple of games, and a lot of positives, right there. But you're gonna lose a couple of games throughout the NBA season that you should win, and you're gonna win a few games in the NBA season that you should lose. Tonight we're just on the wrong end of it.
With Eric's shooting, the first 2 games he didn't shoot well, but tonight in the previous game he did shoot well. How do you like that he's finding his groove, despite the loss?
Yeah, he's a hell of a weapon for us offensively, and he's played 2 terrific games the last 2 games.
Thanks, sir.
20 and just as a team not able to close it out there.
Yeah, it sucks, but that's just the NBA. Teams make runs. 3-pointers involved in the game now. Zone defenses is involved in the game now, and they slow a team down. So it's a lot of stuff that's involved in the game that can turn for you. So it's a tough one, toughest one.
Curious there, obviously you had the ball and Coach said, hey, he got fouled on that. Just maybe take it through your end on that.
I still got to hold on to the ball. Just got to hold on to it.
And then on the last play, did you feel like that was, considering the way they were defending, that you got the look that you wanted?
Yeah, that was a good shot. I got it off. 1.2, so I rushed a little bit. So it is what it is. It's a shitty loss.
Kev, with 6 seconds left, you're looking for a foul there, right? You're not expecting them to really trap and go for the ball.
No, I'm expecting them to trap, but that's out of my control. And I'm trying to, make the play. It just happened so fast. But should have held on to it.
Coach was calling this an early season lesson for you guys. You've been on a number of teams and you understand the length of the season. What kind of lesson?
Yeah, I've been in the league for a while. 17 years, 16 years playing. So yeah, I mean, every game at this point, early in the season, wins and losses is something to learn from. But it's better to learn from a win.
Kevin, I know the way when a game ends like that, it's probably hard to even process most of the game. But you and Wimbyama, I played first time playing against him. What was that like? And obviously, you made a bunch of plays. Just curious what you thought about him in a game like that tonight.
Yeah, it's just a unique player. It's going to be a force in this league for a long time. Once he continue to get experience under his belt, he's just going to get even better.
Hey, you're facilitating so much. I mean, you had the team high with 7 assists. How has Eric opened that up for you and hitting shots well in his past 2 games?
Yeah, just being aggressive. He's a knockdown shooter and he can drive to the rim. So we need that from everybody. Grayson was good knocking shots down. Yuta, we made shots when we got shots up. But that third quarter, the second half, they made shots as well and was able to come back and close the gap, and they made timely plays.
Do you guys think you lost some of the energy in the second half you had in the first half?
It's easy to say that now after a loss. But I wouldn't say so. It's the NBA, man. It's pros on the other side as well. I mean, they're not going to just lay down, even though they down 20. They came out and hit us in the mouth in the third quarter. We was able to withstand that a little bit going into the fourth. And so it was a dogfight in the fourth. You got to give them credit. I don't think we lost energy. I think they just played better.
Coach was saying that he thought that delay at the start, I guess they were fixing shot clock or something. You guys stood there for maybe 5-10 minutes before the game even started. Did you think that even had anything to do? Okay.
Nah, I mean, you can do a deep dive and, ask every player how they felt, but no, I don't think it really had an impact. It was shit like that happened before, so, we know how to deal with it.
There's a lot of theories about why you lost, variables, whatever, like we discussed, but what do you think worked that didn't get applied to the second half? Like what worked in the first half offense, with you and connecting with Eric, connecting with Grayson and everybody else that didn't get applied to the second half?
I just think they made threes. That's what got them going. They started making threes in the third quarter. Sale hit some tough step backs. Keldon Johnson got some threes. And that's the only way they was able to get back to the game. They made three-pointers. That's just the league, to be honest. Like, if you're making three-pointers, you're going to have a chance to win a game, no matter who on your team. You know what I'm saying? No matter who you're playing against. So they made threes. We made threes early on to get us the lead. So it's a shooting, make or miss league.
Thanks, Kevin.
I thought that was an early season lesson for you guys. How would you assess losing a game in that fashion?
Yeah, it definitely was. You don't want to, you were dominating the game for sure, at least three and a half quarters, and to lose at home, of course, that's definitely disappointing.
Curious, obviously they hit threes. How much of that was them just, it's the league and you hit threes, and how much of it was what you guys maybe weren't doing defensively?
Yeah, it was a big momentum swing. They were very active in that fourth quarter. They were, getting offensive rebounds. They were knocking down shots. They were getting to the basket. So, the momentum was swinging their way, and they hit some tough shots too. And, anything can happen in this league, and we know better. And, they just kept on grinding and pushing away. And, we just didn't play our game in the fourth quarter. That's just what it was, because we had everything going on first 3 quarters.
You guys have talked a lot about getting stops and using that to fuel your offense to, get out and transition, that type of thing. Did it feel like that was part of the reason why the offense was maybe a little stagnant down the stretch?
Yeah, very stagnant, and we just can't play that way. When we're moving the ball, playing downhill, we're a really tough team to stop, and we just didn't do that. And we know that they switched their defensive schemes a lot. We know they went into zone a lot, definitely in that fourth quarter. So we know that, and we just got to make adjustments along the way, and we'll be just fine.
Eric, from all your experience in the league, you look at Saturday, similar kind of situation where you guys are nearly up 20 in the first half, and then you put that team away pretty quickly. This one hung around. What is the difference between those kinds of two efforts where you're able to put a team away some nights and not able to on others?
Well, they just had it going in the fourth quarter, and we just can't take stuff for granted. We got to play the way that we play and sustain throughout the whole game. And that fourth quarter was huge for them. They had everything going.
Eric, the last two games you've been shooting pretty well compared to the first two games. So besides Kevin, being able to draw those double teams to open you up, what else do you think is working for you to find your groove in the shooting?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of new guys. We're all getting acclimated to one another, and I expect to just continue to get better as long as the game's getting better. As long as we play more games. So our chemistry's getting better, as you can see, and I'm definitely gonna get shots. I'm gonna knock them down. Those two games. Things happen in this league, but as the year goes along, I expect to definitely continue to shoot pretty well.
You've played around a number of offensive hubs like that before. Being one pass away from a guy like KD, I imagine that relationship is mutually beneficial to the two of you.
Yeah, for sure. And we got to come with an attack mentality and at all times, and also try to make for other guys. And like I said, we have a good enough team for sure to make good plays. And it was just that fourth quarter that just didn't go our way.
Eric, 6 assists tonight from you tonight. How much more comfortable are you getting in that playmaking role?
No, I've always been comfortable. On a lot of teams that I've been on. I've played a little bit of point guard, a little bit of shooting guard, and even in playoffs and a lot of tough circumstances. So, and that's why I'm here. I wanted to, I'm here to, whoever is in and out, I want to continue playing at a high level and to where down the line we're able to be in whatever tough situations, I'll be able to still apply myself to do well.
Other teams you've been on, a lot of times where you've been kind of the spot up 3 guy, but it seems like you're kind of reverting back to that, facilitator role from days back in Indiana, right?
Yeah, I think it's better for me that way because, it's always good to play when you're on the ball and off the ball and get it in various ways. That's how you become more unpredictable, and I think it's better for me that way.
Eric, the coach talked about the delay with the clock. Do you think that affects you guys as players, having the momentum stop like that in the game?
Well, you see a lot of momentum, swings like that all the time. But, with the type of team we have, a lot of the guys with experience and all that, we just kind of beat ourselves. And you got to give credit to the Spurs. They played, like I said, very well in the fourth.